guys, it's Miss Matheny and Tank. Say hello, Tank. And we are going to go over your study guide with you today in preparation for your test tomorrow. I'm going to work through each problem, talk about things, and we'll get everything straight, okay? All right, Tank's going to go goodbye. Goodbye, Tank.
Yes, sir.
Goodbye. Okay, now I'm ready. All right, I'm going through the study guide question by question. I'm going to move rather quickly, so let's hope this goes well. All right, number 1 through 11, we're just solving equations. Number 1 is the equation 24 plus v is equal to 133. Okay, draw your line, subtract 24. V is equal to 109. That's number 1. Okay, I'm going to do number 2. W minus 99 is equal to 630. All right, draw our line, add 99 because it's the inverse operation. That leaves you with W is equal to 729. Okay, there's 1 and 2. Okay, number 3 is M plus 4 7/8. Oh, there's one of our favorites, a fraction, equals 13 1/4. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn these into improper fractions because they're a little easier to work with. Okay, so I'm going to come down here and rewrite it as M plus 37/8 is equal to 53/4. Okay, now I need to subtract this fraction and this fraction. Hope you remember, you need a common denominator. Okay, so the common denominator for 4 and 8 is 8. So that's going to be 4 times 2 is 8, and 53 times 2 is 106. So it's going to give us 106/8 minus 37/8, and that gives us M is equal to 69/8, which can be then simplified back into 8 5/8. Got to know those fractions, guys. I keep telling you, you've got to be comfortable with them. All right, that was number 3. Okay, here we go with number 4. I like to put my 0 in front of my decimal points. You guys know that. So 0.99 equals M minus 6.7. Okay, draw my line. Inverse of subtract is add. I'm going to line up my decimal points right here. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. 6.7. These are gone. Leaves you with M. I'm going to add. I get 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7.69 is equal to M. All right, let's do number 5. 8x is equal to 4,032. There we go. 8x means 8 times x. Inverse is divide. X is equal to 4,032 divided by 8 is 504. All right, we're going good. Number 6. Again, I like my zeros in front. 0.5 is equal to 75. All right, guys, you got to remember your decimal rules because you're not going to have a calculator. Okay? Whoops, I forgot my variable. All right, it's 0.5x. There we go. All right, that's multiplication. So now we're going to divide. So 75 divided by 0.5, x is equal to, you got to remember to put your decimal points in the right place, and your answer is 150. Let me come over here and do 75 divided by 0.5. Decimals here. Got to move it once, put it up here. 5 goes into 7 once. 5 goes into 25 5 times. Last 0 has to come down. Your answer is 150. Okay, let's do number 7. 0.09 m is equal to 81. Here's another one of our decimals. Divide by 0.09 because it's multiplied. M is equal to, I'm not going to show you how to divide this one. I'm going to assume you know. And your answer is 900, being aware of that decimal point. Okay, so that's number 6 and 7. Here we go with number 8. 8 is x over 4 is equal to 16. Okay, this is x divided by 4, so the inverse is to multiply. That leaves us with x equals 64. Okay, that's number 9 is, let me check it. Okay, it's 35 whole number is equal to r over 0.9, and I like to put my zeros in there. Okay, now this is divide, the inverse is multiply. Okay, I didn't leave a lot of room here. I'm going to do it down, I'm going to do it right here. Okay, these cancel, gives you r 35 times 0.9 gives you, oh, I did 0.35. Hang on. $31.5. Okay. All right, that's 8 and 9. Almost done with doing all these equations. Number 10 is 12 equals 3 13 m's. That means m times 3 over 13. Okay, so what's the inverse of multiply? It's divide. Well, if I'm going to divide something by 3 over 13, what do? I multiply it by 13 over 3. So I'm going to multiply by 13. I'm sorry, it's 3 over 13. I'm going to multiply by 3 over 13. Nope. Back up. You know my chemo brain is in high gear. If I'm going to divide by 3 over 13, I'm going to multiply by 13 over 3s. That's a lot of 3s. Okay, so now I'm going to come down here and to divide, I'm going to multiply by 13 over 3. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to go ahead and make my 12 a 12 over 1, and I'm going to multiply it by 13 over 3. When you multiply fractions, you multiply straight across. Top and bottom, I'm going to cross cancel, and I get my answer to be 52 over 1, which is actually 52. That one, there was a lot going on there. Okay, you've got to remember when you're going to divide by a fraction, you're actually multiplying by its reciprocal. All right, number 11. 2/3 v is equal to 8. Help if I put my V in there. There we go. That means 2/3 times V. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to divide by 2/3. And if I divide by 2/3, remember, I'm actually going to multiply by 3/2. I'm going to move my 11 out of the way. So if I multiply by 3/2, if you look at this right here, guys, that'll give me 3 times 2 is 6/6, which is 1. So that makes sense because that leaves me with 1V. Okay, so if I multiply it on this side by 3/2, I'm going to multiply this side by 3/2. I'll put my 1 right there. 8 times 3 is 24/2. And V is equal to 12. Don't get lost in your fractions. Okay? All right, that was number 10 and 11. Okay, we're moving on to the next section. Okay? The next section is we're going to substitute and see if it makes the equation true. Okay? Number 12 is y divided by 3 is equal to 37 if y is 111. Okay? Remember, I call it plugging and chugging. 111 divided by 3 is equal to 37. 111 divided by 3, what do you know, is 37, and that's equal to 37. So yes, 111 does make the equation true for number 12. Okay, for number 13, there's my 0 I like. 0.5x is less than 12 if x is equal to 24. Okay, so we're going to do 0.5 times 24 is less than 12. 0.5 times 24 is 12. Is 12 less than 12? No, it is not. So no, this is not a solution to that inequality. Okay? All right. Moving on. Next one is number 14. All right. We have another inequality. 9.4 is greater than m minus 3.2 if m is 15. 9.4 is greater than 15 minus 3.2. Okay, do our calculations. We get 9.4 is greater than 11.8. Is that true? No, it is not. So this is not a solution. Okay, for number 14. All right, now for 15, 16, and 17, they give us a written statement and we have to write an inequality for it. Number 15, you must be at least 54 inches tall to ride Batman the Ride. At least 54 inches, so you have to be, what you are needs to be greater than or equal to 54. If you're right at 54 inches, you can ride it. Number 16, if your suitcase weighs over 70 pounds, you have to pay an extra baggage fee. So if my suitcase is greater than 70 pounds, I have to pay a fee. Okay, and that is not good. All right, 17, if you have 3 or less sheets of paper, you may want to go to Target and buy some more. I know that refers to some of you. Okay, so if you have 3 or less, okay, so you're going to need 3 or less. So X is going to, how many pieces of paper you have is less than or equal to 3. So if you have 3, or if you have 2, or if you have 1 piece of paper, you're going to need to go to Target. Okay? So those were pretty easy. Now, let's move on to writing equations. Number 18. Let me read the problem. The 1,840 rock concert tickets sold were twice the amount of the jazz tickets. Write and solve an equation to determine how many jazz concert tickets were sold. So my variable is going to be J, and that's going to represent jazz tickets. Okay? So now my equation is going to be 1,840, which is the rock tickets, is equal to 2 times the jazz tickets. There's our equation. Divide by 2. That leaves me with J. 1840 divided by 2 is 920. 920 jazz tickets were sold. Number 19. Actually, we're going to skip number 19 because I don't like the way it's worded. And the only way I could figure out to do it was to write something that was not an equation. Okay? So don't worry about number 19. Just put a big X through it. All right, number 20. Last Friday, Trey had $29. Over the weekend, he received some money for cleaning the garage. He now has $41. Write and solve an equation to determine how much money Trey made cleaning the garage. Okay, so this is money for cleaning garage. That's going to be my variable. Okay, so my equation is going to be 29 plus M, how much you made cleaning the garage, is equal to 41 total. Now I'm going to solve. I'm going to subtract 29. M is equal to 12. So we made $12 for cleaning the garage. Okay, we've got one more like this. Number 18, number 21. Marvin is going to the fair and paid 75 cents per ride. If he spends $13.50, how many rides did he ride? Use an equation to solve and then check your answer. Okay, so R is going to be how many rides he went on or whatever, rode. Okay, so if each ride costs 75 cents, 75 cents times however many rides he goes on is going to be equal to his $13.50. Okay, that means multiply, so we're going to divide. And we're going to divide. Oh, we got some decimals to divide again, ladies and gentlemen. Be very careful about your decimal division. And your answer is 18. So Marvin rode 18 rides. Okay? All right, number 22. The next set says to solve and graph the inequalities. Okay? So this one is 28 is greater than or equal to B plus 9. Okay? Kind of do my same thing. I'm going to subtract 9. And then I get 28 minus 9 is 19, is less than or equal to B. Now, this one's a little tricky, okay, because the B is on that side. Really what that's saying is B is less than or equal to 19, okay? When you're doing inequalities, you might want to do that pancake flip and go ahead and write it like this. Okay? So, did I do that right? Hang on, let me double check myself. Nope, okay. When you pancake flip it, you got to flip the inequality as well. That's a little confusing. So either you've got to flip the inequality or you've got to rearrange your answer. Okay, now let's graph that sucker. Okay, remember for graphing, I need you to graph at least 3 points. We're looking for 19, so there's 19. And I'm going to do 18, nope, I'm going to do 20 over here, and I'm going to do 18 over here. It is less than or equal to, so does that include 19? Yes, it does. Let's include 19 by shading it, and then we're shading everything less than or equal to 19. Okay, let me erase. Go to 23. Mr. Tripp is filming. How you doing, Mr. Tripp?
Doing great.
Okay.
How many do we have?
We have 28.
Okay.
And we are on number 20, I think. No, we're on number 23.
Yep.
We're on 23. See, he remembered where we were and I didn't. Okay, 23. N minus 9 is less than 12 plus 33. Okay, I can work with those. 12 plus 33 is 45. All right, now I'm going to add 9. N is less than 45 plus 9 is 54. Okay, so in order to do my graph, I need at least 3 points. We're looking for less than, so we are not including 54. And we're going to shade everything less than 54. Okay? All right, number 24 gets a little tricky with your graphing. 8m is less than or equal to 0.24. There's our decimals. Divide by 8, both sides. M is less than or equal to, and our answer comes out to be 0.03. Okay? In order to graph this, what I would do is put that there, and then over here I would put 0.04, and then over here I would put 0.02. Okay? Now you also should be able to recognize that this number is in between 0 and the whole number 1. Okay, so I'm looking for less than or equal to, so I'm including the number and then I'm shading everything, and be sure to shade your arrows because that means it keeps on going. Okay, that was 23. That was 24. Okay, now we're going to do 25. We're almost there. Hope you guys are finding this helpful. Number 25 is y over 3 is greater than 10 ninths. Okay? So that means divide. So I'm going to multiply, and then I'm going to multiply. Well, if I'm going to multiply by 3, it's the same thing as 3 over 1. So that leaves me with y is greater than 30 over 9. So that, in simplified form, would be 9 goes into 30 3 times with 3 left over. I'm not done simplifying. That 3 ninths can be reduced. My final answer is 3 1/3. Okay, now I'm going to do 3 and 4, and I know that 1/3 is 3 equal sections between 3 and 4. So this is going to be 3 1/3, this is going to be 3 2/3, and 4 is the same thing as 3 3/3. Okay, oops, I used an equal sign. Let me go back up here because it needs to be greater than. Be sure you watch that. Okay, a lot of people make mistakes right at the end there. It's greater than, so we're not including it. And we're shading everything over here, including our arrow. Okay, that is y is greater than 3 1/3. 26. Simplify the expression and then fill in the blanks. A lot of us miss this on our quiz, so let's pay attention. 4 times 2a plus 8 plus 3a plus 10. That's a plus sign. All right. In order to simplify, right here, you should recognize that you can use the distributive property. Distribute here, distribute there. 4 times 2a is 8a plus, a lot of you forget this piece, 4 times 8 is 32 plus 3a plus 10. Combine like terms. I have an a and an a. 8 a's plus 3 a's give me 11 a's plus 32 plus 10 is 42. That is my simplified expression. So 11 is your coefficient. I'm going to abbreviate. A is your variable. And 42 is your constant. You have to simplify all of this before you can identify these. Okay? All right, number 27 says to factor using GCF and the distributive property. I've got 44x plus 55y plus 66. Okay? Because I'm good at my multiplication tables, I realize that 11 can come out of all of those. I'm going to do my GCF and I'm going to pull 11 out of everything. What does that leave me with here? That leaves me with 4x, x stays in there, plus 5y plus 11 times 6 is 66. So I get 4x plus 5y plus 6. This right here is your answer. Okay, that is factoring the expression. All right, last one. We're looking at, can't remember her name. Oh, Jennifer. She solved the inequality 4x, wait a minute, is greater than 16. Okay, and then she arrived at the solution x, I'm sorry, that's a less than, is less than 4. Okay, I think that's right because if I divide by 4 and divide by 4, so this part so far is correct. Good job, Jennifer. And when asked for 3 possible answers, she listed 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so let's see if each one of those work. Is 2 a solution to the inequality? Is 2 less than 4? Yes, it is. So 2 is a solution. Is 3 a solution? 3 is less than 4. Yes, it is. So 3 is a solution to the inequality. Last one is our 4. Is 4 less than 4? No. So 4 is not a solution to our inequality. Okay, so Jennifer solved her inequality correctly, but when she said 2, 3, and 4 were solutions, she was incorrect because only 2 and 3 are solutions and 4 is not. Pretty good job, Jennifer, but not quite all the way. Okay, Miss Matheny, signing off. I went through everything on your study guide, okay? Hopefully you're good. Go over this, look at it again, and your test is tomorrow. Good luck. I'll see you soon. Tank left, so he's not going to help me sign off because he found something better to do. Okay, bye.